In this video, we're going to show you how to export your journal entries from your PayTickr company into your QuickBooks Online company. The first step for doing so is to make sure that the integration is set up between your PayTickr company and your QuickBooks Online company. There will be a video linked in the description below if you haven't yet done that. But as we can see here, the QuickBooks Online integration is active for this company. So then we want to go to our previous payroll runs. We'll just show all the payroll runs for the month of April and search for that. And then you want to select the pay stubs for which you want to export the journal entries for. So we have this one pay stub here. We'll select that, and then we'll select this create journal entries for selected pay stubs. And then on this screen here, you're going to want to choose how you want to export the journal entries. So you'll choose QuickBooks Online and then click Next Step. And then you're given options for how you want to configure those journal entries. So by default, it's going to be split up so that the net pay for each employee is a separate journal entry, as well as each of the deductions, so that those deductions include all the government deductions like income tax, CPP, EI, and custom deductions as well, such as health insurance or union dues. We see for this pay stub, we just have net pay and the standard statutory deductions from the government. And then we have these configuration options up here. If we want to, we can combine all the amounts into a single journal entry. So then all the amounts are put together here, but let's just leave them separate. And we can also combine all the government deductions. So rather than having income tax, CPP, and EI, we can combine it into one single source deduction here, one single journal entry, or sorry, I guess two single journal entries, the credit and the debit journal entries. But let's keep that all separate. And then one other thing to note here is that you can change the description for the journal entries, as well as which account they're going to go to. So all these accounts here are the accounts that your company's been set up with in the QuickBooks Online system. But if you want to add a new account, you can do that by selecting Add New Account and typing the name of it. But we'll just leave that as it was with the PayTickr payroll expenses and PayTickr payroll liabilities. One other quick note, if you want to use the same debit account for all of your journal entries, you can check this off, and then when you change the journal entry, or sorry, the account here, let's change it to other portfolio income, we see that all of the other journal entries have their debit account changed as well. But we'll leave that as it was with the PayTickr payroll expenses, and we'll keep them all separate as well. And then we'll go ahead and, before I do that, one other note, this checkbox here allows you to save any changes that you've made for your next journal entry. So if you like all these settings that you've got set up and you want to keep it as the default for the next time, then make sure this is checked off here and you won't have to redo the configuration all over again. So then let's go ahead and click Create Journal Entries. And now it's sending the information to QuickBooks Online. And it says now that the journal entries have been exported to QuickBooks Online. So let's go over here and let's refresh this dashboard right here. And we should see that our expenses have gone up based on those journal entries here. And so then we see that the expenses now are at 1,702, and it shows the account that PayTickr payroll expenses, where those expenses went to. And then if we also check the actual chart of accounts here, accounting chart of accounts, and we check the PayTickr accounts, let's check the PayTickr payroll liabilities, and we see all of the journal entries here that we just exported from the PayTickr system.